Welcome to this new RAWSTER photo tutorial, and in this video I will show you a new filter of Luminar 2018. I want you to show you the new AI Sky Enhancer filter with some photos I took recently in Iceland. Yeah, let's try it. The AI Sky Enhancer filter is quite simple to use because there's only one slider for the amount. So this is what it does, and as you can see, it really helps the sky in this photo because it improves the photo a lot. The blue gets more bluer, the clouds are more visible, and especially if you look in this area, the clouds are more visible because the mountain and the clouds are more separated by using this filter. So for this photo it works pretty well, and as you can see, the effect only is applied in the sky, so not in the landscape, so that's also good. So let's try this with another photo. This one, in this photo I don't have that much sky, but let's see if it's only applied in the sky again and not in the landscape. As you can see, it also works pretty well in this photo, and I zoom in a little bit to see if there are no white edges, because that sometimes is the case when you edit photos, but it looks very nice. And as you can see, if you pull the slider all the way to the right, the effect is a little bit too much, but that's, I think, with every photo editing tool and every slider you can use. You have to be careful, only apply the amount that is really needed. So also for this photo it works pretty well. Let's try this one. Kind of a similar photo with the snow in the mountains and a sky that's a little bit too bright and can have more detail. So also here it works pretty fine. And I think if you combine this one with some raw development in the landscape, the photo will look awesome. So this looks pretty nice. This one also here, it looks very nice. And once again, it only applies in the sky, not in the landscape, so that's good. So let's try that also in a photo like this, where the sky is a little bit more gray. Maybe the filter has some problems with that. As you can see, the effect is applied to the sky, but also a little bit here in this mountain with the snow. So it was like this, and it is like this. So the filter also applied a little bit in the mountain and here in the lake. For the lake I don't have a big problem, because I think if the sky is a bit darker, also the reflection in the lake has to be a little bit darker, so that's nice. But I don't want this filter to be applied in the mountains, so well, in this case I will go for, I think, about 20, so then the mountain doesn't get very dark, so it's not a big issue, I guess. Suppose you see this happening and you want to avoid it, you can always use a mask, in this case a mask with a brush, because then you can brush the mountain basically out of the filter, and then the effect is not applied anymore in the mountain and only in the sky. So I think this is a very nice new filter in Luminar 2018. Is this something really new? And then, I mean, is it something we couldn't do before improving the skies? Well, that's not the case, of course, because improving the skies was already possible with, for example, the raw development filter, like this one. So let's remove the new filter. For example, if you pull the highlights down, then also a similar effect is applied, but the only thing you have to take care of is that this slider applies to the sky, but basically also to all the highlights in the rest of the photo. And in this photo there are not so many highlights in the landscape, so the effect of the highlights here is kind of similar to the sky enhancer filter. But for example, in, well, I think this one here are also highlights in the mountain, and if you use a raw development filter, it's here. So as you can see very clearly, this affects basically the whole photo, not only the sky but also the mountain, and here even in the foreground. So it's not that it is a very new feature or something we couldn't do before, but it makes it easier, and I think that's something Skylum is very focused on. Do good post-processing, but in an easy way, and that's what the AI Sky Enhancer filter does. So I think it's a very good addition to the software. It was already good, but I think this makes it even better. So I'm happy with this new feature. Hope you learn something new from this video, and don't forget to visit our website where you can download a free ebook about cityscape photography with a lot of tips and tricks. Thank you for watching this video, and see you in the next one.